All right, folks. And so this is something that I've seen a lot of times. I've been working at Maricosta for some years now, and there's always this question on there's a question on the application itself, and it talks about diversity, and this is something that I've seen many. I've been on plenty of hiring committees, and I've seen a lot of people flounder on this one, and so I really want to encourage people to really think about the type of answer that you want to do for the question that's going to ask you about diversity. Now, here I'm going to help you out here because if you apply to Maricosta, this is the actual question itself. I'm going to read it for you. So, Maricosta is an equal opportunity employer with a commitment to diversity. We strive to be a model for equity and inclusion, effectively supporting students from diverse social, economic, and cultural backgrounds who possess a wide range of abilities, academic preparation, and life experiences. Please describe what qualifications and or experiences have prepared you to contribute to the fulfillment of the college's goals for equity and inclusion. Okay, so that's the actual question. Okay, and so here's what I've seen. I've literally seen all of this, and I'm gonna judge all of these on a scale of 1 to 4. Okay, if you believe and trust me, then work this out. Okay, it's like so on a scale of 0 to 4. Here's a 0, leaving it blank. I've actually seen this before. Not only have I seen people leave it blank, but I've seen people leave it blank and their names still get forwarded for us to talk about for us to interview. And so, look, for me, your application is not even complete if you don't fill this question out. And so I'm just saying, don't leave this blank. And I know that there's a lot of people who actually kind of anxious about this question. If you're that kind of person, whatever, I can't do anything about that, but I'm trying to help you get to a better answer, right? Another thing that happens in that 0 space for me is for you to tell me to look at your resume for all of this stuff. It's like, look, player, if I wanted to look at your resume, I would have just left the damn question off the application. And so please make sure that you actually put something in that spot, because the people who do that, it's like, look, I mean, think about the ego that you would have to say. It's like, look, I'm not going to answer your question right here. I'm going to just let you find it out in my resume. It's like, that's whack. That's horrible. Don't do that. Okay. All right. Here's a one answer. One answer is to say, I value diversity. Now, to me, honestly, that's like the stupidest response that you can give to this question, because look, here's the college saying, we value diversity. Do you? And who in their right mind would say, after the college said, we value diversity, who in their right mind would say, no, I don't value no diversity. To hell with that. That's horrible. And so to say that, I value diversity too. Well, that's a 1. And so that's way down on the scale here, right? And so a 2 answer, this is a 2. I see this one actually quite a lot, is that you work well with diverse people, right? And so if you're at a job, this sounds like, well, I work with all different types of people. I work with black people, right? That's all right. It does give some context for what's going on with folks. I get it. To me, that's average. To be able to say I get along with other folks, to me that's average. But when we get down to the teacher side of this, and this is to me really about what's going on here, but when we get down to the teacher side of it, that's barely adequate. I don't like that. I don't like that answer at all. And so then here's a 3. These next 2 are 3s. And so if you take these separately, I am committed to diverse communities. Okay, so this is what that means to me. It's like when you show me in this section that you work with prison populations, or you work with the Umoja program at your college, which for Umoja, it's for the people who don't know, it's a program that focuses on the student equity issues surrounding African American and Black students, right? And so that's if you show me that you work with the Umoja students, if you show me that you work with first year experience students, which are students who are first generation college students and whatnot, you got to show something that you are willing to work with communities that are outside of the average person's comfort zone, right? That's what this question is really getting at, and I really want to encourage you to do that. And I'm gonna let you know, a lot of folks who are applying for full-time jobs, that especially in teaching, they don't do enough in this space for me, right? It's like a lot of folks who are applying for teaching jobs, they really focus more on the teaching. And at community college, there's a reason why there's community in the college, okay? Is because we reach out and we talk to and we interact with our community, I think way more than what other institutions and universities do. And so just saying, there's a reason for that. And another 3, this would be separate, is that if I incorporate diversity into my curriculum, there was this person who I was sitting on a committee that was hiring someone to teach health, right? And they talked about how their food pyramid was changed. How in the traditional United States food pyramid, carbohydrates are like like, you know, only supposed to eat a little bit of carbohydrates and protein and all of that stuff. But in certain cultures, that you eat way more carbs than you do protein and stuff like that. And so then she wanted to respect that and honor that. And so to show that there's no right way to do the diet, but there's surely wrong ways to do a diet, and that was what she was trying to do, and I really appreciated that. And to me, that 4 answer, right, I said that those last 2 were 3 answers. The 4 answers is to do both of that, to do the community activism stuff, and then to also do and to incorporate this into the curriculum. That's what I think is that 4-level answer that people should be trying to achieve. Don't make it fake, because people can see through fakeness. But if that is genuine and honestly, if that is genuinely and honestly how you do things, then it'll come shining through. And then you don't even have to worry about this question. And so anyway, so if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave those below. If you like what you're seeing and hearing, feel free to like and subscribe and to share, and go to brucehoskins.com if you want to know more about me and what I do. Peace, y'all.